Hey, well, good morning, guys. We're going to try something new. Instead of you watching me up front, we're going to try out this video. So I know I've got to work with the everyday math guys first, and so I want to try this out on you guys, and I want you to give me some feedback on how it works. So just like I normally do, we're going to go through some of the practice problems, and I'm going to work them out for you here on the screen, and you can always go back and replay it and watch it over again. But hopefully this works out pretty well so that I can deal with questions more, and you guys got a video to watch on how it's actually solved. So we'll go through a couple practice problems on today's section. So we're looking at section 5.2, and I'm on page 231. So just like normal, I'll go through the example problem in the book, and then we'll do the examples that aren't written out for you, and then so that you can go ahead and get started on your assignment. So our first problem here, it says solve 3x equals x plus 8. So we have 3x. Let me get my marker going. Where is it? Okay. Ooh. You know, guys, my smart board is kind of funky, and it's not working for me. Okay, gotta use the finger. Bear with me, guys. Okay, we have 3x equals x plus 8. So as you can tell, we're now dealing with a problem that has the variable on both sides. So the first thing that we really want to do is we want to get our variables on the same side, and so that we just keep it like a normal solution problem. So the first thing that I see here is that we have 3x and then x plus 8. 3x doesn't have that constant. Remember, our constant is a number without a variable. So our 8 right here is our constant. So what we want to do is keep 8 by itself, and we're going to move the x to the left side so that it's over to the 3. So since we have addition going on here, just like normal, is that we're going to subtract x from both sides. So now our new problem is 2x equals 8. And now you guys should know how to solve this. We divide 2 by both sides, so we get x equals 4. Hey, that's working out pretty good. I wonder, can I get a new page? So that's pretty much what we're doing. So let's do another one of those practice problems. I'm still on page 231, and we're going to do 7x equals 5x plus 4. Alright, as we can tell here, we've got our 4, our constant. We want to get that all by itself. So we're going to subtract 5x from both sides. There's my smartboard not working so good. So we're left with 2x equals 4. And I know you're just already solving this in your head, because I know you guys. But it's good to write it out, just so that we've got work to look back on, and if you do it in your head, you can make mistakes. But I know you guys don't like to hear that. So yeah, here we go. Just another quick problem, pretty simple. You guys are probably like, all right, let's move on to more challenging stuff. I know. So, one more. Make it a little bit more tough. Now we're looking at 1b on page 231. So I have 3x minus 2 equals x plus 4. Alright, so now we have a choice. We could either isolate 4, like we've normally been doing, on the right side, or we could also isolate this negative 2. So which one do you want? 3x, 4x. Alright, well let's work the other side. So since we have 3x minus 2, the minus is attached to the 2, so we actually need to subtract 3x from each side, because this negative goes with our 2. So we're going to subtract 3x. So I think I'm doing the difficult one here. So we're left with negative 2 equals negative 2x plus 4. And all other sorts of bits happening. Alright, so now that we've got our variables on the same side, we're trying to separate our variable, get it all by itself. So now we're going to subtract 4 from each side. So we have negative 6 equals negative 2x. And make sure that when we do our division here, you do the negative sign. So we're dividing by negative 2. And that gets us to negative. Are we negative? No, we're positive. 3, just positive 3, equals x. And that is a very ugly looking 3, but that is a 3. Okay, so let's turn the page. You guys are already saying let's move on. So now we're getting a little bit more complicated. I'm looking at the top of the page, example number 2. So we have 7y plus 8. Well, I'm not going to do that one. This one looks really similar to the one we just did. Let's do 2a. So we have 2x plus 3 equals 3x minus 2. Okay, so just the thing I see that's going to make this easy is I'm going to subtract negative 2x, or I'm going to subtract 2x, not negative 2x, just because 3 minus 2 gives us a nice positive number compared to if we were going to subtract 3x, we'd get a negative. But you can do what you want. So that's crossed out. 3 equals x minus 2. Add 2, add 2, and we get 5 equals x. There we go. Again, we're just adding another step to these algebraic equations. Nothing to get too concerned about. I know you guys can do this. And remember, ask for help if you're in class and you don't really get it. But let's kind of walk through our real-world example number 3. So I know it's got the worked out on the page, but one thing that I've noticed that's challenging is to try to get the equation out of a story. So here's our story. It says a personal trainer charges a personal trainer charges a one-time fee of $60 plus $25 for each individual session. So do we have anything that's an equals? Did we have that is? No. So I think right now we're just looking at 60, our one-time fee, plus we've got to do 25. It says $25 for each individual session. Do we know how many sessions? No, we don't. So we're going to put an X. All right, we'll keep reading. A new fitness club charges a yearly fee of $450 plus $10 for each session. Whoa. Okay, so now we're comparing it. So we're going to put our equal sign. So now we have 450 plus 10x. Okay, so now we're trying to compare how many sessions it's going to take for both of them to be equal. So now we just do our normal solving. So we're trying to get x all by itself, get x on one side, and then we try to get it all by itself. So we'll go through this process really quick, and then you guys can get started. So we've got 10x and 25x. So I like 10 because it's smaller, so we'll subtract 10x from each side. So now we're left with 60 plus 15x equals 450. Now this looks like our normal algebra problem. So now we subtract 60 from each side. So now we're left with 15x equals let's see, 390. Okay. So now we're going to divide both sides by 15. And I don't have my calculator close by. So we will 390 divided by 15. 390 divided by 15 equals 26. We got 26. So that means it's 26 sessions. That's how many sessions it is going to take. Alright, so here's the problems. Feel free to go back and look at this video any time. I hope it's helpful rather than just going through once in class. Again, tell me how the feedback goes. Alright guys, thanks.